Hi Leo, I love you, honey. You must hear some thunder, some rain today. Back doors open. I love you so much. We're going to do a Celtic and we're going to add in some soul journey, okay? Let's see, for Leo. Thank you for everything you do for us, whether it's a like, share, subscribe, or a personal. I appreciate you so much. Let's see, honey. Holy angels, Holy Spirit. To the divine above. Angels and ancestor guides. For Leo. Where this reading is going to start is doubt. A doubt of service. Foundation is fear. Shoot, somebody, one of you doubt the other one will service the other. Well, at the top of your spread you have purpose. What's coming in is abundance. Your internal is happiness. Your external is indecision. I'd say so. Your advice is courage, Leo energy, and your potential outcome is health. We will pull from the bottom as we go. Let's get some tarot and then we'll clarify. Leo. Holy angels, Holy Spirit. To the divine above. Oh. Angels and ancestor guides. For the Leos. Okay, let's cut it. I'm going to cut this one. Someone's trying to interfere with the manifestation, with the offer that you're manifesting. Yep. 4 cups. 7 wands. The Hermit. 6 pentacle. Well, look at there. Queen of wands. Ace of wands. 5 pentacle. Hangman. 5 swords. 7 pentacle. Wow. So where your reading is going to start today, honey, is the 4 of Cups and the card of doubt. The card of doubt is going to be clarified from the bottom of the bundle with success. A release. I release the need to know all the answers. You no longer care. You're no longer going to care. That's how you're going to become more successful. See how the color orange is expanded and the colors inside the circle is expanding a little more. The color orange, that's like a tan and orange. You're not sure what you're interested in, but you are having an open opportunity. See, you have these 4 levers. You're actually turning the circle. With the 4 cups. And the 2 pentacles. You're giving ultimatums to offers that's coming in. You don't care about all the answers. You just care about the common sense factor here. Why is it coming with 4 of cups? Why is this coming with 4 of cups? You know that there is no greater goal than to love. You're just, where is Leo here? Internal energy. 4 pentacles. So you know something's been held back for a purpose. Yeah, 2 swords, but you just don't know what it is. That 4 swords is going to clarify with the 2 swords, and that's what's going to make, 4 pentacles is going to clarify with the 2 pentacles. That's what's going to make 6 pentacles. You're understanding something needs to be leveled up here on earth, and you just don't know what it is. So it's what you're going to do. Queen of Cups, Cancer energy, 7 cups. You're going to initiate, this is a contract that's been initiated for a masculine with either a female water sign or a Cancer energy man. So, if you're a feminine, you are struggling that you've already been rejected once. You're struggling that you've already been ignored once. You don't understand why. Somebody's doubt in you created your success. Not all the way, but it helped. The challenge here, the service to others, to surrender. You feel good when you can help others. You know you can release the need to know all of the answers. Well, the challenge here is the 7 wands. Taking a stand successfully. 6 wands. So you are successfully standing up for yourself. Public recognition. A surrender of service. What's the external energy here? What is the surrender of service? You are not working together with anybody. That is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You are not working together with no one. There's people in the public that are nervous to approach you. Your stance is very, how do you want to say it, is very noticeable. Very noticeable. So 3 Pentacles in reverse, 4 Swords. If you don't feel something clearly, the 4 of Swords has the True Sword at the bottom of the bundle. If it's an unknown, if you unknowingly don't know, if you don't know if you can work together with this person or these people, you are successfully making a stand, a surrender to service. You're like, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do for you. You're not going to help people that's not helping themselves. That's the challenge. In the foundation, you have the card of fear here. Fear of discipline. Well, you'd rather be disciplined here on earth than in heaven. I'll promise you that. Realizing that you are being in test to resolve, to live in the energy of love, you can accomplish everything you set your mind to. Well, the Hermit and the 9 wands, Virgo energy and 9 wands. You're reconsidering your reflections. You know your reflections might actually be manifesting. 9 wands, that's drawing boundaries. What is in the Hermit for the feminine? Let's do the feminine and masculine here. It's a soul reflection. Well, the feminine, she's actually talking to the higher self, sitting back and observing, not speaking up much. Look, 7 cups. Her emotional confusion, she is going to her higher self for it. She's not healing it here on earth. The masculine, however, there's the 3 cups. A reflection of a get-together there. Yeah. Trying to reconsider how to justify it. Don't ever correct on earth. It needs to be corrected in heaven. I told you. The feminine fixed it on earth. Fixed it in heaven. The masculine did not. Justice is a spiritual balance. A get-together to be spiritually balanced. A third party to be spiritually balanced. What is injustice? Libra energy. Cause versus effect. Figuring out why they are now because of where they've been. The Empress in reverse. Whoever they got with, it's not the Empress. Or the 7 Pentacles. It wasn't their divinely timed Empress. Well, who was it? Who was it? Leo. 2 Pentacles in reverse. So they repeated a cycle. 3 Swords to recover emotionally. With the Queen of Pentacles and the 7 Pentacles, they invested into somebody that they had already invested into before. They could have had married to this person for 7 years while missing someone else. They stayed with this person for reasons unknown. They really don't know themselves. And sets the investments with the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. It's a follow through to recover emotionally, but it's a cycle that they repeated. But it's like they took themselves back there to prove something to themselves, which they should have done that in the first place. Wow. Race of past, you have the card of peace here. You are a being of love, and you release all negative energy. Persevere. You're pushing yourself forward. You know, that's the color turquoise and the color purple. You're pushing yourself forward for your ability, your power to channel. Woo! And And this is how you're going to do it. The Six of Pentacles, I believe you've already on this earthly level. Yeah, you've spiritually awakened. The sun is here. You've been enlightened on a level. You rose a level, honey. Through peace and perseverance. You pushed yourself through. What is the external energy here? Well, Leo pushing themselves through. The Death card is going to be Scorpio. That deep emotional immense transformation. Look. Look. They, too, are coming out with the sun, but they're also coming out with this Knight of Swords. They are successfully recognizing what was in the argument because this enlightens them to change, too. And what they're changing on is 10 Wands. Page of Cups. Sorry something was so heavy. What was heavy? 10 Wands. They regret. Okay. This person's apologizing to the self. It's a public recognition of the argument of the enlightenment of change and transformation. Well, what's in the sun? Why is it twice here? They have to come forward to end the cycle with a new perspective of what they're looking for. They can't come in the same way they come in their old ways. They can't come as their old person. They have to come in as their ascended one. They can't come in the same mindset they used to with you. That's changed. At the top of your spread, you have purpose. You know what you're here to do. And change. That's what's going to cause a change. And that's a bright orange. Orange is your sacral chakra. A very, very, very high interest in something. Understanding that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Look at this. You got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the bundle. The Queen of Swords is probably looking for the Queen of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands is like, what are you looking for? That's an Aries and Libra. Those are opposites. Those are direct opposites in tarot. We're going to clarify who these women are for the masculine. My goodness. A purpose of change. Who's the Queen of Swords? Libra energy. So that's actually the Queen of Cups in reverse. Remember the Queen of Cups come out earlier? That water sign, she's not a water sign. She's wearing a mask. She is actually a woman that is emotionally needed, and that's what was hidden. That was behind the scenes. It was hidden. Damn. That would be the example of masculine not helping a woman when she can't help herself. Who is this Queen of Wands when it comes to the divine masculine? Queen of Wands, masculine. Oh, there's where you have 10 swords, feeling defeated, depleted, stabbed in the back, lied to, and betrayed. He probably ignored this feminine 10 times, didn't believe anything she said. But that was probably the only friend that would have stood up for him. It's a challenge of trust. Oh. Woo. What's this Queen of Cups in reverse? What's she got to do with the Queen of Swords? Oh, there you go. You got the Devil and the Star in reverse. Can't see it for what it is because it's too dark. Not being able to see clearly. The Star in reverse, not being able to see spiritual truth because of the temptation there. Just saying. What's coming in this reading, honey, is abundance. You are a limitless being and you can manifest whatever you desire in physical form. Why? Because you've been honest about it. You have a lot of purple in this reading. You can always expect truth from yourself, but you can't always expect it from others. That's exactly what we just said right there. So here comes that new perspective, that whole new energy surge with the Four of Pentacles. You're saving your energy. Somebody here is saving energy. What's the external energy so we can clarify that? So the Four of Pentacles is holding back, holding on to that one pentacle. Remember that Three Pentacles is in reverse. Not wanting a third-party foundation. Wanting a two-party foundation each with 2 pentacles. Damn. What is in the 4 of Pentacles external? 4 of Wands, I told you. It's like a whole foundation. Like the Pentacles are the footholders and the 4 of Wands are your poles. Like this. Finding clarity and reconsidering the spiritual destiny. Look at this. Somebody's about to make an offer to a twin. After they save energy, they're saving energy to be honest and abundant. Oh, wow, they're about to release a lot of stuff. What's one thing that they haven't released yet? 10 Pentacles. Spiritually rich, spiritually abundant. They're also spiritually abundant. They just had to find themselves. Wow. Your internal energy, you're coming out with happiness and imagination. You're happy up in your own mind. You are aware that being happy means you're on the right path. You embrace and nourish the creative aspect of your mind. If your mind tells you to think about it, if your intuition talks to you, you're going to listen. 5 Pentacles, because you move forward alone. You'll move forward alone. And this is also you moving away from low vibing bullshit. What is in that 5 Pentacles? Unworthy move, yeah. 6 Swords. Not divinely guided to go to peace. You'll tell them. You'll speak out loud, you know, I'm not going that way. You'd rather move forward alone. I don't think you want anybody in the Chariot. Yeah, the World in reverse. Those uncompleted cycles. You got business. You got things to do. You really don't care about anything else right now. This is a Leo, man or woman, that you have unfinished business with family. You're trying to get maybe getting back good graces with your kids or something in the family is going on. Could even be you internal, just trying to feel good. I don't think you want anybody involved. What's the external energy there in the Chariot? See you later, rotten tater, don't want no more. When you get the Chariot, see, you've already called for judgment. You're just making your move. And you know if you go alone, you don't pick up nobody else's karma. Well, here you go. Your external energy, however, they're coming in the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. They have just initiated a brand new contract on the wheel. Oh. They're just waiting for the contract. Ooh. Oh, they're getting ready to get one with this Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh. The King of Wands. Be careful. They're going to have to close the cycle out. Looking to close the cycle out. When you get this offer of the Wheel of Fortune and the Pentacles here together, a change, a turning point in the contract. They've initiated a different path of interest. Let me see. Well, the Knight of Wands, 9 Swords. What are they? Who's worried? The Queen of Pentacles, a wish fulfillment. There's an ex. This Queen of Pentacles back here is worried that the soulmate connection's coming together. Yeah, it's going to come together. She's worried they're going to communicate. There's an ex of one of you that's worried you're going to communicate with your true person. So let's ask, where's the feminine here? Where would the feminine be here? 5 Cups. She's unemotionally fulfilled. She's sad. Other messages, yeah. Queen of Swords. 3 Swords. Wow. King of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. She's sad because she received the messages that the King and the Queen of Swords, they're going to break each other's heart, and she knows it. That's also, she's happy by what her imagination's telling her. That's why she would rather move forward alone. Where is the Divine Masculine here? Well, the Hierophant, he might be talking to Jesus. It's a spiritual preparation. This is a spiritual preparation of a foresight, spiritual foresight. There it is. There's the cycle ending with the Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, with a fire sign friend, immaturely, friends with benefits. The cycle ending because One of you didn't agree to being friends with benefits. Well, that kind of stuff don't come with the spiritual realm. Let's do your external. They're undecided. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. They're undecided about relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. Well, you have the Hangman. It's a different perspective of the support system of friendship. Nine of Cups. Not supporting friends. Let's see what they're asking. They're actually seeing that their friends are very unsupportive. That's what makes them undecided of who they should bring in and who they should keep out. You have the 10 Cups, 8 Swords, confused. They manifested in confusion, 10 Cups. They manifested to marry a friend, a longtime friend. And now it's a challenge of their interest. They wasn't interested, but they did it anyway. Well, where's that leave Leo with this person? Where does that leave Leo with this person? Where's that leave Leo with this person? 8 Cups in reverse. They're going to come back. They tried to walk away emotionally, but they can't. 9 Cups. They added another cup. You were their wish fulfillment of a soulmate. The only soulmate they should have trusted. 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups. The only one that they could feel like they could be themselves. They didn't have to be nobody else. Well, now, is what needs to be looked into further into this reading is the courage and pride. That is 2 Leo cards. Wow. You love yourself and you see yourself in everyone. You find the inner strength and face fear with confidence. Whatever has been brought upon you, you're going to take it back. And that's exactly what you're going to do, because you know that if you're getting challenged, that it's challenging your comfort. If something takes you out of your comfort zone, then the only thing it's really going to do is challenge your mentality. You're understanding if you let it in, it's your own fault. A challenge, conflict, drama, competition, strife, jealousy. Somebody could be jealous of how you live. I mean, because this says you are very courageous and very prideful. Where is the Divine Feminine? Let's do it. Divine Feminine. Where's the Divine Feminine? She don't trust it. 9 of Cups in reverse. She doesn't trust it. 9 of Cups, Hangman. She's the one that was left hanging before. She doesn't trust it. 5 Swords. She's the one feels like that she's been tested. It's conflict, drama, competition, strife, jealousy. People that are jealous of the twin flame connection. She says, fuck you. You're not going with me anyway. Where's the Divine Masculine here in these 5 Swords, 4 Wands? The Feminine, she come out with the 5 Swords. Well, the Masculine is actually initiating his judgment. The Page of Wands in judgment. He's interested in making that final and firm decision, that breaker 1-9, because he could be packing a lot. Look, let's pull him. She come at the bottom. So this Masculine, he's got a heavy load here. You know why? Because the 6 of Cups and Temperance, that's what's a peaceful soulmate, bringing peace, calmness. Allowed him to be free, thinker. Allowed him to think smart. But for a long time, 7 Wands, he needs to take a stand. He needs to take a stand for the independent Empress that he wants to commit to. 1 Empress. The true Empress. Remember, before she come in reverse right there. Man. Potential outcome here, my love. You got the 7 Pentacles with the card health. I will honor my physical vessel that will indoctrinate my soul, eating healthy, getting the right sleep. Well, starseeds don't really sleep. They catnap or they sleep. They don't sleep a lot. In denial of health. You acknowledge your fear, but you replace it with the insight of awareness. You might think about something that somebody's done to you and it pisses you off, but you know that you can't stand that energy because you don't want that energy to manifest for you. So it's what you're actually going to be doing. You're going to assess those investments. 4 Swords. You know there's still something here unknown, and in divine timing, you'll find out. The 4 of Swords, resting and recuperating, talking to the higher self, talking to the divine. It's got the truth sword under the bed. You know, the truth has not been brought out yet. And denial of health. The Queen of Swords, it looks like she says she rich. But now, look, the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. This is the same woman. It's a mother of the Queen of Swords. Leaving behind the soulmate connection in distress. Looking for immature healing. Yeah, justified love. Look, if this person finds the star, they're going to find the Empress. Once they find spiritual truth, see it for what it is instead of what they want it to be, they're going to find truth. Well, let's see. What is the truth? Six of Swords and Page of Swords. They're curious on where the divine wants them to go next. Well, the only way for you to figure it out is spend some time alone, whoever this is. So your internal energy, it's an unknown investment. You're not even sure if you want to invest in it. And if you did invest in it, it would maybe bring your spiritual health down. You're not going to do it. What is the external energy? Let's see. Where's the feminine here? Okay, this slowed her down. Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. She's actually analyzing, heartbreak. She's been heartbroken for a long time. And the Four of Swords, you have that Three of Swords hanging on the wall like a trophy because the truth is unknown. So she has the Three of Swords. She's been heartbroken for a long time, so is what she did. She doubled the money. She put 3 more swords on it. She's like, where do I go, divine? And she's also running into interferences, deception. She knows that this could be interfering with her going forward and finding peace and contentment. Wow. Where's the masculine here? For the feminine, she realizes there's really nothing else there to work with because that's over 10 swords. For the masculine, yeah, that's probably why. The Wheel of Fortune, they changed a turning point to reconsider which cup you're supporting. They're not going to be able to support 2 cups. It's a reconsideration of destiny. Yeah, no longer supporting that sexual immaturity where you can find healing love, peaceful love. But struggling with the interest, the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords keeps coming back because she is the challenge of interest. You need to tell her no. Needing to make a stand. This King of Swords needs to make a stand. In the family, he's confused about the Queen of Wands. Look, he's confused about the Queen of Wands. He should have followed through because that was the Empress to his throne. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Ciao.